Hare Krishna. Today we are going to hear about the deliverance of Paundruka and the king of Kashi. It's a very interesting story because there have always been foolish people who consider themselves as God. Even in the presence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, there was a foolish man called Paundruka who was the king of Karusha province. He wanted to declare himself as God. Being foolish and puffed up, once he sent a messenger to Lord Krishna and challenged Lord Krishna, saying he is God himself. The messenger declared to Lord Krishna that King Paundruka, the supreme personality of Godhead, has descended to the earth out of his causeless mercy just to deliver all distressed persons. The message contained, I am the only supreme personality of Godhead Vasudev. No man can compete with me. You should give up your position and give up all your symbols you have falsely assumed, O descendant of Yadu dynasty. You give up your position and surrender unto me. If you don't care for my words, then I challenge you to fight with me so that this decision will be settled. So when everyone, including King Ugrasena, heard this message sent by Paundruka in the court, they all laughed very loudly. Then Lord Krishna replied, O messenger of Paundruka, you also carry my message to your master. You are a foolish person, and I refuse to follow your instruction, and I shall never give up my symbols. I'll destroy you and your foolish friends. When I cut your head with my disc, it will be surrounded by meat-eating birds like vulture, hawks, and eagle. The messenger carried the words of Krishna to his master, who heard patiently to all these insults. Lord Krishna immediately started out on his chariot to punish Paundruka, the king of Karusha, who was living with his friend, the king of Kashi that time. Lord Krishna surrounded the whole city of Kashi. King Paundruka was a great warrior. As soon as he heard about Lord Krishna's attack, he came out of the city with 2 Akshaunis. The king of Kashi also came out with 3 Akshauni division. Lord Krishna saw King Paundruka for the first time. He saw Paundruka had decorated himself with the symbol of conch shell, disc, lotus and club. He even carried an imitation of Saranga bow, his chest marked with a false sign of Srivatsa, neck decorated with false Kaustuva jewel, and he wore a flower garland looking like Vaijayanti Mala. He was dressed in yellow garment. Flag on his chariot had a symbol of Garuda exactly imitating Lord Krishna. On the whole, his dress and makeup was an imitation. Anyone seeing him can make out that he is in false dress. So Lord Krishna could not control his laughter and laughed with great satisfaction. Then the soldier of Paundruka started showering their weapons upon Krishna. Krishna counterattacked and smashed all their weapons and the assistants of Paundruka. Lord Krishna told Paundruka, you asked me to give up my symbols. Now I shall force you to give up this false representation. You wanted me to surrender unto you. Now this is your opportunity. We shall now fight, and if I am defeated and you are victorious, I shall certainly surrender unto you. In this way, Lord Krishna smashed Paundruka's chariot to pieces by shooting an arrow. Then, with his disc, he separated Paundruka's head from his body. Similarly, he killed the king of Kashi with his arrow and arranged to throw the head of the king of Kashi into the city of Kashi itself so that his relatives and family members could see it. After that, Lord Krishna returned to Dwaraka. When the head was detected by the people of Kashi as the head of Kashi Raja, the queens began to lament. The king of Kashi had a son called Sudakshina. After observing the ritualistic funeral ceremonies, Sudakshina took a vow to kill Krishna in order to take revenge of his father's death. So he, along with some priests, began to worship Mahadeva. Lord Shiva, who is known as Vishwanatha, is the lord of the kingdom of Kashi. With the worship of Sudakshina, Lord Shiva was very pleased and he wanted to give a benediction to his devotee. Sudakshina wanted specific power to kill Krishna. Lord Shiva told him to execute some rituals, tantras with Brahmana, so that an evil spirit called Dakshinagni would appear and carry out any order given to him. So Sudakshina began to execute the black magic out of chanting mantras assisted by priests. After that, a giant fiery demon arose from the fire carrying a big trident. With the order of Sudakshina, he moved towards Dwarka along with other ghostly companions. When he entered Dwaraka, all the residents of Dwaraka panicked. At that time, Lord Krishna was playing chess. When the residents approached him, Lord Krishna, being the protector of all his devotees, he smiled and said, "Don't worry, I shall give you full protection." He took out his Sudarshan Chakra and ordered it to take necessary steps. The Sudarshan Chakra then began to freeze the demon and was defeated in its attempt to devastate Dwarka city. So it turned back to Varanasi, the king of Kashi Raja. In black magic, with the help of mantra, if it fails to kill the enemy, then it returns back and kills its originator, as it has to kill someone. So Sudakshina was the originator along with the priest, so all of them were burnt to ashes. Following the fiery demon, the Sudarshan Chakra entered Varanasi, devastated the whole city, and after finishing its duty, came back to its lord Sri Krishna at Dwaraka. Hare Krishna.